John King, and I am a loan officer, and I am also heading the project team that is running the CRM review and implementation of the new CRM for Summit Funding. So I want to take a few minutes and highlight some of the really cool things about our CRM as we're building and rolling this out. So the first thing I want to point out to you is the homepage. We're evolving this homepage, but I want to make it clear text messaging is fully integrated, so your whole team is going to use the same text messaging phone number. You'll be able to see who sent the text message, both inbound and outbound, and it's really super easy to send and track text messages that you're sending to people. The next thing I want to point out is our team meeting dashboard. So this is a dashboard that I use every single morning at my team meeting, and it tells me everything I need to know about my business, how many leads I've got, what I'm looking at in closings, how many leads I've got historically over the last 12 months. It breaks down my pre-approvals per day or for the month, where I'm at with real deals, and specifically tracks for me my lead of refis versus purchase leads, because in the market that we're in right now, we have to make sure we're purchase focused, and this helps me track my leads to make sure I'm not skewed too high or too low either way. So really, really good information there. The next thing is lead tracking. Lead tracking and the ability to track our leads is by far my favorite piece of this system, because we have no simple method as a company or even as a team to keep track of leads other than Excel spreadsheets, and some people use our current CRM, but it's very, very limited in what it can do. The new CRM is going to give us really, really good data. Very simply, you can see all your leads. Like here, I'm looking at all my current month leads. I can see which people I pulled credit on. So this little indicator right here tells me we pulled credit on these people. We know what stage we're in, who it came from, everything I need to know about every single lead. And it's super easy to update the lead on what status I'm at, because I just click a button and say, hey, I'm calling that client, so here's what I talked about with them. I can update my notes super, super easy. But most important is I can keep my realtor updated, because I can click this button right here and say, I want to contact the realtor and give her an update. And I can send it as a text, an email, or both. And I can simply say the client sent income docs. We will have a pre-approval today. And I say I want to send it by both, and it's going to text it to the realtor, and it is going to email it to the realtor. But here's the coolest thing. Right on the same page, I can see my entire text messaging history. I haven't texted this borrower, but I've got the realtor, and I have messaged the realtor, and here's the message I just sent. I didn't have to put the client's name. I didn't have to put the realtor's name. It automatically knows I'm talking to Kathleen. So it says, hello, Kathleen, here's an update on Scott. This part right here is the part in between the dash where I wrote what I wanted to say. And then the system automatically picks up the ending and says, thanks, John King and the King team at Summit Funding. So your team can be efficient in just typing the message they want to send. That's exactly the same message that was sent to her via email as well. Makes it super easy. And it tracks that I sent this text message, so that in my history I can see that an update was sent to Kathleen regarding Scott, and I sent it, and this is the message I sent to her. So it tracks everything that we're doing. Now I can go to Kathleen as my realtor and say, how much business have I been doing with Kathleen? And I can see what she's done through this account pyramid here. And I can see that in the last 365 days, I've closed 10 deals with her. And I can see my conversion rate from lead to transaction is 41% and lead to close is 23%. But I want to see the exact leads that she gave me. So I can click here on Referrals tab, and I can see the last year of leads that she's given me. I can see all-time leads that she's ever given me right here. And I can view this report. So if I'm talking to Kathleen and I say, hey, Kathleen, I'm going to send you a report with all of the leads that you've ever sent me broken down by stage. I can see right now that I've got one lead from her. I've got to do initial contact, 2 that we need to have what I call a blue sheet conversation. I'm going to rename that, but it's basically our intake conversation. We've got 10 that weren't ready, 18 that weren't interested. But the coolest thing is I can export this as a report. So I can click export and it'll export this to a spreadsheet that I can send to her. Or I can just click a button and we can talk about those particular clients. And I can say, hey, I want to talk to her about all of the people that are in these 3 stages. And so I just click drill down, and it will drill down that list for me so that I can see who these people are, and I can open up the details to see everybody that I'm working with her that are in those 3 stages. And I can give her a clean update, who the person is, what we last talked about, when I last updated my notes, and when the lead came in. Tracking loans is super, super helpful in the new CRM. What I love is our ability to send out Tuesday update emails directly out of the CRM. All of our milestone dates are pulled in automatically from Encompass. And so we get to send out Tuesday updates simply by clicking this area here, add a message to the borrower, a message to the realtors, click the button to send the update, and it automatically tracks when we sent the update. Finally, guys, we can track all of our realtors so I know who are my best realtors and how many deals they've sent me. So I've got a breakdown here of how many realtors I have that are a channel account versus how many realtors that I have are unwilling to work with me, or every different category I can track who they are and what their status is. And I know that the better my data and the more I can keep track of who they are, the better I can keep those top realtors the top ones and move everybody else up the list or off the list. The final really cool feature is the ability to track all of your numbers in detail. Most of us are in coaching and we understand the importance of being able to see what your conversion is and find out where your problem is. So I can see that in the last 365 days, I've got 1,179 leads and 668 of them let me pull credit. So I'm at a 56% lead to credit pull ratio. I got a problem there and I got to get that lead to credit ratio up. My transactions, 29% of my leads converted to a transaction that's either a pre-approval or in contract, and 18% of my leads funded in the last year. So that helps me to keep track and will help you keep track of exactly where you're at with your business. And this CRM will help you take your business to the next level. Thanks.